channel. Today I thought it could be, excuse the messy hair, I thought it could be fun to read some Reddit Am I the Asshole stories and kind of talk about them. I have seen a few people do this before. I believe Grace V did one on her Patreon. There was a channel called, I think, Jingle ASMR, and she used to do a bunch of Reddit posts and Reddit videos in general. I don't know if she's still posting, but I loved her channel. So I thought it would be fun to do that today. I hope you enjoy it. Let me know if you agree on my takes of who the asshole is, or isn't. But I have my laptop down here, so I'm going to pull up Reddit. Okay, so I found the Reddit account and Reddit page. I don't remember what it's called, but I found one to start with. So this one is titled, Am I the Asshole for Getting My Friend Fired from Her Job? Not a great title. It's funny because every time I read one of these, I read the title and I'm initially like, how would you not be the asshole for doing that? But then I'll read the post and I'm like, wow, okay, they really weren't the asshole. So they can be very misleading, I found. So we'll see what they say here. Let's see. This was posted by Number One Hacker. And okay, it says, so my friend and I, 22 female, both work in retail. I had planned for weeks with my boyfriend to go home during the weekend so we could visit my family. 2 weeks ago on Friday, my friend called me and told me that the guy she was speaking to had invited her last minute to a desert party and she wouldn't be able to make her shift. So she asked me to cover it for her. I had that Friday off and my boyfriend and I were planning on leaving early since the drive is like around 4 to 5 hours. Not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 to 5 hours. I told her I can't cover for her and she got really upset. She ended up telling her manager that she had a family emergency and that I said I'd cover for her. So when my manager called me and asked me why I wasn't at work, since my friend said I would be working a shift, I told her the truth and my friend ended up getting fired. Now she's really upset with me because she's saying I threw her under the bus. Am I the asshole? Absolutely not. Absolutely not the asshole. That is insane. Like, sorry, but they're not your friend. They are not your friend. I mean, it sounds like the friend is probably going to be cutting this person out of their life, but I think they should cut them out of their life anyway, because that's like, they asked to work their shift, they said no, and then they lied to the boss and told them that they said yes. It's like she was setting up this person to be fired anyway, and thank God it ended up falling back onto her instead of the poster getting fired for not showing up for a shift that the boss was told they were gonna work. Like, that could have been really bad for this person, so thank God the boss called and they were able to figure out the truth in that, because I mean, this could have been really bad for this person. Yeah, this is not a good friend. This is someone that should definitely not be in their life anymore, I think. It's just absolutely so cruel that, like, this friend knew this person had off already and asked her anyway. They said no, and then still continued to lie to the boss so she could go do whatever she wanted with her, the guy that she was talking to. That's just not cool. That's not cool at all. Okay, let's see what some of the comments say, if people agree. This person says, not the asshole, your friend is not a friend. Yeah, not the asshole. And that's not real, and that's not a real friend you have there. Not the asshole. She threw you under the bus. Yeah, everyone's saying not the asshole. Okay, I'm glad we're all on the same page. I didn't think we wouldn't be. I feel like this one was pretty clear cut who the asshole is. Okay, well, I'm glad that person didn't get fired, and hopefully they can reevaluate that friendship. And I mean, either that friend needs to do some serious apologizing and realize their mistakes, or they need to just cut them out of their life, because that is not okay. Okay. We got story number 2. This one is by Evidence Ordinary 7769. And it says, am I the asshole for telling my friend to get a life? Gut reactions, probably yes, but let's continue. Let's see what they say. I've recently moved to a new state, and my friend, we'll call her Sophia, was one of the first I made here. We went out together for Halloween, and I asked if she wanted to hang out after, maybe overnight. She said no, because she wanted to call her boyfriend, we'll call him Richard. This wasn't the problem I had. It's just that every single time I want to hang out, she never wants to, because she wants to call her boyfriend. They call every night. It is absolutely not my place to tell her to not call her boyfriend, but it irks me that she doesn't do anything with me because of this. So back to Halloween, I asked, she said no, and I said something along the lines of, Richard this, Richard that, how about it, get a life? And responsibly, she got upset. I think they probably meant to say, and reasonably she got upset. Around 3 in the morning, I sent her an apology, because I know I should not have said that, and I'm taking accountability. She still has read it, and it's about to hit 12 p.m. She still hasn't read it, maybe? And it's about to hit 12 p.m. Now, I'm not saying she has to accept it, but it is upsetting me that she won't even acknowledge it. I do know I'm the asshole for telling her to get a life, but I need to know if me getting upset over the apology reasonable, or am I being self-centered? Okay. This is... I think this person's the asshole on both counts for what they said to their friend. And the end, when they asked if me getting upset over the apology is reasonable, or if they're being self-centered, I think they are being self-centered. I completely understand being upset by the fact that your friend doesn't want to hang out with you because they don't want to hang out with their boyfriend. Like, that's totally valid. And I think that this person has every right to, like, say something to their friend about this, but the way they went about it was very, very rude and very hurtful. And I would be upset if I was this friend and my friend was speaking to me like that. I think, especially saying, like, something's never gonna come out right whenever you're saying it while you're upset. So I'm sure that didn't help. But I think as far as the whole apology aspect and the friend not responding yet, I also don't think that's really something they can be upset about, because maybe they just need time to kind of process the situation, figure out how they feel about it, figure out how to kind of repair the friendship. And maybe they're still upset. Maybe they don't want to respond, because any response that they will say will just be out of anger, which would only make the situation worse. So I think this person needs to give them time, give the friend time to respond, to figure out if they want to accept the apology, figure out where they go from here as friends. But yeah, I do think that the poster is the asshole in this situation. And I do still think that they should talk to their friend in a more gentle way about the situation, because it's clearly something that's been bothering them for quite some time. So, once things have kind of calmed down and maybe the friend responds to the text, then they could have a proper sit down and kind of discuss everything to do with the relationship and the friend, and this poster feeling like the friend doesn't have time for them, because that's valid, and that does happen when you get into relationships, and it's something that you should, if you have a problem with your friend, you should bring it up to your friend in a kind and gentle way, not in this kind of way. But it looks like the comments are agreeing that the poster is the asshole. Yeah, the person says, not the asshole for feeling frustrated, but you're the asshole for how you expressed it. 100% agree. 100% agree. You're the asshole, you're the asshole. Yeah, you're the asshole. Yeah. You overstepped. I think the way they expressed their frustration was maybe overstepping in a way, but I do think that this is still something they should be able to bring up to their friend without it being considered overstepping. Just like the words they used were not the right words. Yeah, okay, so we've had a not the asshole and an asshole. Let's do one more and see what we get, shall we? Okay, we got one more story that I will read. It's by Aromatic Ad 5551, and they said, or the subject line is, am I the asshole for demanding my friend replace a hand-painted signed copy of the song of Achilles my late boyfriend gave me? My boyfriend passed away about a year ago, and before he died, he gave me this custom book of the song of Achilles as a birthday gift. It has hand-painted edges from an Etsy artist, and was signed by the author. He even wrote a note to me inside the cover. My friend Elle knew all of this. She'd been asking to borrow it for months, and I finally said yes, because I didn't want to seem rude. I originally recommended she maybe buy her own book, but she got upset, saying I know she's unemployed and she can't afford to do that. For reference, she will not sign up for a library card because she does not have a driver's license to get herself there. After she kept begging, I got tired of it and told her it was sentimental and to please be careful with it. When she gave it back, the cover had a faint coffee ring, and she annotated the entire thing in bright purple pen. Not smart or meaningful notes either. It was more like random paragraphs about her ex, doodles, underlines, and random notes like, this part reminds me of me and Jason, LOL. She also dog-eared multiple pages. I understand wanting to annotate a book, but I just don't think it's okay with the book someone else is letting you borrow. She also kept the book in the bottom of her bag where it was really beat up. I told her she ruined it, and she laughed and told me it's just a book. She said she made it more special because it had notes from a friend, and now it looks like it's actually been read. And that my boyfriend would have loved how passionate she was about it. he was studying for an English degree. I told her that was completely out of line and that I wanted her to replace it. She snapped back that I was being selfish and I only wanted money. She said the book is fine and I can still read it. I said I didn't care about money, I just wanted her to take responsibility, or at least try to replace it. She said that it wasn't even available anymore and told me to let it go. Now some mutual friends are saying I overreacted and that I'm projecting my grief. Am I the asshole for asking her to replace it, or at least admit she messed up? This one's heavy. This one makes me really sad for the poster. I cannot fathom taking anything but the utmost care of a book that I'm borrowing from someone. I would feel terrible if I so much as like crinkled a page in a book that I'm borrowing. I cannot believe that they took it upon themselves to not only dog ear pages, but to annotate them in bright purple pen. You can annotate your own books fine. Do not mess with anyone else's copy of a book, especially when you know how sentimental and important this book is to your friend. Like, I would 100% argue that this person is not actually their friend, because that is just insanely insensitive. And like, if you wanted to annotate the book, ask first. Don't just take it upon yourself to assume that your friend would enjoy having your little notes about your ex-boyfriend and their very sentimental book. If their late boyfriend gave them, like, that is so hurtful. I would be so upset. This poster is not the asshole. Your friend is a major asshole. It's like the friend knew you didn't want to lend the book to them, and you finally did because you're a good friend, and they did not take any care of it whatsoever. I think they said there was a coffee ring on the front. They kept it at the bottom of their bag, and all of these things are totally fine if it's your own book. This was not their book. They should not have been treating it that way. That is ridiculous. And the fact that she just guilt-tripped you into letting her borrow the book and then absolutely defacing it is insane to me. And then whenever you expressed your frustration, she just said, it's just a book. She knows it's not. She knows it's not just a book. And she's just manipulating you and gaslighting you. And I think this person needs to absolutely be cut out of the poster's life, because that is not a friend at all. That's insane. I think you have every right to ask her to replace it, because she completely ruined it. She ruined it. And it's like, she should replace it because of all of the damage she did to it, but that's not even going to, like, it's an irreplaceable book. Like, she can't get that important message back that your boyfriend left in it. Like, she can get you a new copy, which you deserve, but she still is not going to be able to, like, replace what's really valuable about the book. And that is just so incredibly fucked up on the part of the friend for even thinking it was okay to do that in the first place. And I do think it's fucked up that the mutual friends are saying that the poster overreacted, because I don't think you overreacted at all. I would be insanely upset. I really don't think this is a person that should be in the poster's life. I am, like, angry on behalf of you. It's ridiculous. Let's see what the comments say. Jordan said, I'm gonna go on further and say she did it on purpose. She knew exactly how much it meant to you, and she begged to borrow it with the intention of ruining it. This person is not your friend. I don't know if she so much did it on purpose to, like, upset the friend. I think she probably just doesn't care about the friend's feelings and did whatever she wanted. And it's just not, and that's not a good friend to have in your life. I'm not the asshole in your position. not the asshole in your position, she would honestly be dead to me. Like, I think that's fair. You're definitely not the asshole, but it is your fault for lending such an important book. I can see that. I think they shouldn't have lent the book, but I also think, like, this person is someone you thought was your friend, and I mean, they trusted them to not fuck it up in the way that they did. Yeah, this person said it's absolutely not her fault. The book wasn't accidentally ruined. That's true. Like, Poster didn't want to lend the book because it's so sentimental. They caved because it's their friend, and they were tired of the friend asking. And, like, why would they think that their friend was going to cause that much damage to it? Like, I think it's just a really unfortunate situation, and just shows that they really need to cut that person out of their lives. Yeah, this person said, for future reference, never trust people who can't accept a simple boundary like, no, you can't borrow my book. And I think that's true. I think from the way that the friend was pestering her to borrow it even after she said no, showed how kind of selfish she is, and how she didn't really care about the friend's feelings or about how sentimental the book is to her. My fridge just kicked on, and I really hope that it's not insanely loud right now, but I'm going to go. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know if you agreed on my takes, who was the asshole and who wasn't. This is a bit of a different video. I think I filmed one Reddit video before, but it was reading like ghost stories. But if you like this type of video, I'd be happy to make some more. I don't know, let me know your thoughts. But thank you for spending some time with me today. I always appreciate you choosing to take time out of your day to hang